So I have been having problems with my accelerator pump, and I have a second Thermoquad I bought a couple years ago online for like $125. It was really gummed up, dark and super gummy. I just spent hours and hours just having fun cleaning it up. So there's one on the car. The accelerator pump was not squirting till like halfway down, and 120,000 miles. I'm finally tired of that, so I'm going to put this one on. So far, I bought this as another choke pull off, because that one's done. And new old stock, I guess, carburetor tune-up parts, high grade. Choke pull off assembly. It's not gold anodized, but it's gonna do. So let's take the other one off. She's kind of tight. What this feels like is a tri angle screw, because it kind of has rough spots like that, I guess, to help it stay in. I don't know, maybe. Burnt the crap out of my finger there, second or third degree, when I was working with a plastic welder, kind of like a hair curler. I grabbed it in the wrong place when I was working on the brake light red plastic brake on switch repair. Haven't uploaded that yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Got so many projects. This is a daily driver, so 140,000 miles since I had it, so it's probably 240 or 340. That sucker was rebuilt in 2020, 140,000 miles ago. And I'm tired of the squirter not squirting. So, she's stuck. So that thing's pretty tight. Let's dead dodge garage it. Sweet. Little circular clip. So I like to use usually needle nose to pull these off, but usually they go flying. Ooh, it didn't. There's the old dead one with a slow down port in there, a little tiny, like I don't know, number something. It's like 5,000ths. And ooh, it's holding now. No, it's not. So we'll go to the new one. It's got the little hole. Looks a little bigger, like a wiener. And let's see. Hot dog. Slap it on, go driving, because that's what I do. I don't fix it to look good. I fix it to look okay, presentable, sort of, and drivable. Maybe I'll get another 140,000 miles out of it. Everyone can see what a 1965 Dodge Monaco looks like, even though they almost never know what they're looking at, because it is rare, rare, rare. Let's magnetize this puppy. And then do this, and then go here. Because when you're older, you can't hold things like you used to. Things squirm around on your fingers. Come on, baby. Give her a start. Okay, had to move it over just a little bit. That'll start in there. I believe, man, I thought I had a lock on this Mopar stuff, but that Dodge is killing it. And Freiberger drives a lot, so there goes all my stuff. Maybe it'll just be what it takes to daily drive something forever. I'm a one-car kind of guy. Uncle T was going to give us some big pointers on these. Then he kind of gave up on them. So he don't love them that much, I guess. I just like to make unusual stuff go. The numbers on this one, 6322SA, is a 70s 440, I believe, automatic carburetor for Dodge. So I guess the application is pretty close. It is 850 cc, I think, because those are steel and they are inch and a half, I think. An inch and 3/8 is the smaller, 800 CFM version. I decided to relook what my old one was, and it is an 65783S. No, 6578S. So this one's 6322S. This one's got a couple more goodies on it, so it's got to be a later model. There's only, yeah. It's got a couple other ports on this one too. As most of you know, this is the choke pull-off, but it also regulates the opening of these. So until your air valve for the secondaries, until you drop vacuum on the car, this is held back by linkage here. As soon as the vacuum drops enough, this opens. It's pretty instant, but that's what happens. My group of crappy plugs and caps. We'll see what we can do to block off some of this stuff. This is the choke pull-off and secondary door restrictor, and that's something probably for running a vacuum to the air cleaner heat doors and stuff, I think. A little long. Should jam that little sucker on there. Plenty. If it kind of works, then it works. It's also got, let's see, that's extra. Then it's got the float ball breather that one has. Then it's got a actuator for something, a Venturi actuator. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a PCV, but I forget what that one is. That's new too. And then there's some over here. So they're all run differently. Whatever. They got a lot of different stuff on them. Mostly you can block them off, as far as I know. Yeehaw. Oh, don't get crap in there. I jammed a toothpick in there, cleaned it out, and it broke off. It was super hard to get out of there because you can't get access to that without taking the carb apart. I finally pushed something through there and through here and finally kind of cleared it. So it's clear now. But I needed something. Oh, too big. Ooh. That looks kind of cool. Little condominium there. I want to shorten that up. Just doesn't look right. So, what do we got? Here, these are pretty good. More Brother Blues. Let's see, so I got to plug that one up too, because I ain't used that on This one, there weren't nothing there. Plugged, PCV. These are going to be turned out, I marked them, but they'll be turned out 3.5, which seems to be consistent with my old, that one, and other people. It's more than like 1.5 to 2, the other carbs do. That one will get a cap. Not a crappy rubber new one that break down real easy. That's capped. Nothing on that side. On that side, let's hook up some more stuff here. Almost misplaced that, of course, as everyone does. Get into it. I'll find that. Yeah, I didn't really, but I did. Hope it doesn't fly off into space. Oh, it didn't. So that restricts this. See, won't go down until this pulls off, releases up here. These are all eyeball adjustments by me, even though I've looked at a lot of Chrysler Master Tech videos. They're too tech. I can't follow them well enough, but I know how things pretty much work, so I've got them all pretty much where I think they should all happen. Rubber stuff coming out of China, like cracks within 2 years. I don't know what this is going to do. I think I've had these for a very long time, just sitting around. But these are like vinyl or something. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is not critical. It's just a bowl vent. At idle, I think it would have gone into a charcoal canister, because when at idle, it opens up and it would breathe into a charcoal canister. Is what I think. Thing I did when I got it all cleaned out, it's all lubed with I think WD-40 in there, and then I ran acetone to clean it out, and gas and acetone, and I think everything's okay. But I put water in here, and then I ran the accelerator pump, and it was instant coming out of these little buggers right away, whereas the old one, God, it had to go about a third of the way before it did anything, and I just left it, and it was just hard driving. Time to upgrade. This one worked really well, I thought. Let's see. That's a little lighter. Who knows? Something I really like to use, which is a really good lubricant. I've used to use it on bicycles 40 years ago, Triflow. It's got Teflon here or something. It's also it'll seep into all sorts of little cracks fast. So it's lightweight, very light oil, but it breaks down rust pretty quickly. It breaks down stuff like that. Breaks down rust, and it gets in places, and it lubes up. So I've lubed all of these. The secondaries was sticky for a long time. I didn't take the whole carb apart, but I kept working this stuff into the shafts, and I think they finally will come off. They used to stick in here. Old gas gummed up. I set up my little square transfer slot and check out the little idle screws poking through there. I don't think I've cranked them out yet. I haven't cranked them out 3.5 turns, so that's not how they would normally look, I guess. Oh, guess what fell off? Come on, baby. Oh, did I lose it forever? Nope, almost. Come on, baby. Yo, 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 yo. Got it that time. What's a slow let off? What's going on there? Huh. Huh. Don't know what that's about. Is there... There might be a restriction in here somewhere. There is. I don't know what's wrong with that. There is a restriction in that, which should lead right into here. So right away, we got to clear up something. Let's use this. I can't see where it's coming out. Feels just fine to me. Huh. Nope. It ain't going through that. Wonder what the deal is. Should it be this one then? This one probably does. Yeah, that one goes through, so I'm going to use this one as a choke pull off because something's up with that. Go somewhere else. Not sure where that one goes. Check your stuff, peoples. But now this is not long enough, so now I gotta deal. Wonder what was happening in the old one. Let's see what's happening in the old one. Should have been all the way through here. Let's see. Is it? Well, that's goofy. That is the same as that. So I'm not going to use that. But I don't know where that goes, and it should choke pull off pretty easy. Let's see what the old one did. Man. Should not come off fast. Yeah, it's the same. And I do not know why. Huh. Well, mystery unsolved. We're going back to this. Even though it doesn't fit well. I'll cap that. I'll be dipped. Be curious. Wonder what the difference is on that one. And that one. These are different. Just with the waffle pattern. 2-2-13, 2-2-12, 2-2-12, 2-3-13, 2-3-13. So 2-3-12, whatever. Don't know. I'm sorry, did you get that? I found out what this non-returning thing is, so that way you can set it up. It won't come out until the secondaries blades open, which must uncover a hole that the blades cover, and then it can release. But how can it pull off at cold? It needs to pull on to release the choke on cold. I guess it can go one way. It must have sort of a one-way valve somewhere, maybe in there. I'm not that smart. Whoa. I had to make my own air cleaner bolt for the old one, and I took something, threaded it, but it didn't turn out to be perfect, so it kind of went in poorly in that one, but it's been there. It looks stock. I'll have to take that out and put it in here and hope it doesn't screw up the threads underneath. So these go all the way through. I guess they do. Vice grips. As much as there's a show that's about vice, called for something about vice grips, he never uses them. Don't screw up the threads underneath. Just long enough for my classic late 60s dual snorkel. Here's what it did. They're just not quite straight and everything. But this won't break and fall in. I did it on a 6-pack once that I had. I had two all threads and one broke, fell in. As the secondaries opened on both sides, it worked its way down and jammed them open. Didn't go into the motor. I can't believe it. So I was hauling ass, and I took my foot off the pedal and it kept going. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm putting it in neutral, blowed up. Wait, no, just turn the ignition off. Yep, that worked. I was near Santa Maria, California on highway, what is that, 70 or something? Between there and Taft. Beautiful. That 6-pack story was probably 92 or so. We had a Roadrunner that was all rusty and blue, but it ended up with a 440, standard 440, built with a 6-pack on it. Ran pretty good, ran like a normal 6-pack would. And I sold that whole thing for $2,300 in '93. Yep. Maybe another interesting note, when this carb was on the motor and I was lifting it up with the engine hoist, I had the chain, and the chain caught that and it pulled it pretty hard, and that is now loose. It's been loose for 130,000 miles, and not ideal, but it's riveted on. And I guess I could have, now that I got a welder, I could have welded that little bit, but I never did, and that's just not optimal. But I've been driving it forever. This one is tight, nice. So be careful when you're chaining up a motor not to whack things, bend them. Made in USA. Carter Thermo-Quad, registered 2146. Here goes. So that is closed. 1, 2, 3 and a half. 1, 2, 3 and a half. Not sure why, but that's worked with my stuff. And someone else's I saw online had about 3 to 4 turns out too. Let's go place it on the piece of garbage Monaco. There it is. That's the old school manifold. Pretty torquey. Dual plane, low rise. That got a little rusty. I brushed it and hit it with a little undercoating. Oops, gotta take those thingies off. Uh-huh. Don't drop it. Got lots of hours into this thing. Pretty cool. 140,000 miles with 276 gears in 6 years, and I do not know the origin of that motor. This is probably a 73 440, maybe out of like a Imperial, possibly. Homemade before I found the right linkage. Is still working. 6 years later, 100,000 miles. Yep. Choke pull off and air door resistor. There it is on there correctly. This survives in Reno, Nevada, and gets down to the 20s and 30s. I cold start it all the time. It's pretty good. I got to get the adjustments a little bit worked out all the time, but it's almost always okay. I got the heat riser hooked up. I got the crossover going. Yep. That's what it's intended to be, drivable. That's the wrong size. Maybe I should do that one. No, there it is. Is that it? It's gotta be. I just forgot it. Come on, baby. Ported vacuum. It's shorter than one I had. Should be fine though. 2 springs to that. Aftermarket works really well. Original AC on that side. This is my method here. That's all overspray from doing my hood, but the hood looks great. I mean, compared to how it did look. Look at that. Nice. It's good to do a last minute check. I'm getting ready to start it up, and yeah, that would have pissed a lot of gas all over the place. All better. Set the choke, which is already set. Fast idle cam pushed up. I'm gonna try to start it. No fuel in the float bowls. Let's see. I should have a fire extinguisher, but not bad for a first start carburetor for probably 20 years. That's about right. Fast idle could be bigger. Sweet. Super sweet. Thermoquad. but I went bigger because I had one. I found it and went on and a little bit more over here, I think. But that's original. This is aftermarket. I put it in because it's a tranny cooler. It's got a power steering cooler. Sweet. Oh, we gotta see if this is. Nothing coming out of those squirters. That's uncool. Oh well. Well, what I found out is it feels like it is more responsive and the secondaries open up just a little sooner and a little smoother, but I do not have any accelerator pump, so I got to dig into it again and see what that's about. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up for driving classic cars everywhere, all the time, quickly into the future. So here's an update. At the end of the day, the accelerator pump fixed itself. So it's squirting right off idle and no hesitation. That's pretty funny. I wonder if it was the gas that soaked into the, maybe it's got a leather plunger and it got better and it's working. That's pretty funny. Thumbs up for driving classic cars. Again, like and subscribe, and you're welcome.